Good morning, y'all. I did start recording earlier before I got out here, but I lost what the fuck I was talking about, and I was like, I'm not posting that. I lost the point, but then I remembered the point, and that was the fact that my body don't listen to me, and every time my body gets into a sleep schedule, I'll be like, hey, it's a sleep schedule. Yeah, fuck yeah. My body's like, you thought it was. And that sent me on a huge tangent about how I don't like unsolicited advice. But from strangers. But sometimes I'll accept it from my best friends because they know me. And they've known me long enough to know me well enough to be able to be like, hey, that's unusual for you. You okay? You know? And I just went on this giant 8-minute tangent about it. I'm like, what the fuck? What was my original point? Oh yeah, my body not listening to me. And you know what? I can see how it ties in together. I mean, I've spent my entire life dissociating away from my body, ignoring all of its signals. I don't know my body. I'm still getting to know it. So of course my body's gonna be like, oh, you thought it was, what? No, bitch. No, you don't even know me. You don't know shit. Man, the way my mind works is very fascinating to me. Sometimes my best friends find it fascinating too. They'll be like, anybody else who tried to follow our conversation, they'd be lost by now. But I totally see how you got from here to there. And we have both, and that has gone both ways. We would stop in the middle of a conversation sometimes and be like, hey, how did we get here? And then the other one will be like, oh yeah, no, we went over here, and then we ran around the corner, and then we did that. We took the third exit on the roundabout, and then we made a right, and then we made a left, and then we went straight on till morning, and here we are. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I love my friends. Oh my God, I love my friends so much. Speaking of conversation, I confronted my dad, just not confronted. I guess it might feel like a confrontation to him. Because I was just asking him, Dad, why, I get a little tired of doing all the heavy lifting when I'm talking to you in our conversations. And he's like, I send you stuff, you don't look at it, then you're like, oh, I didn't know you wanted me to watch it. I'm like, why would I send you anything I don't want you to watch? Why don't you give me thoughts on it? He's like, I didn't know you wanted thoughts on it. I'm like, why? He's like, I just be reacting to what you sent me. I was like, yeah, but I told you to your face. And it became apparent also that he just be phoning it in during our conversations. And I realized I started to wonder about that before. But during our phone conversations. But then the other day I video chatted with him. And I'm trying to show him stuff. And I'm looking at him look everywhere else but the screen. I'm trying to show him the new corkboard thing. He's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, if you don't fucking want to look, why'd you even agree to do so? I'm like, He's like, I just been sleeping a lot, blah, blah. I was like, okay, yeah, you sleep a lot. And what about when you're awake? And then he's like, okay, I gotta go do something right now. Like, bye. I'm like, oh, suddenly it's so important for him to do his housekeeping, to do his tidying up. And I'm a little salty. I'm quite salty. I am the Dead Sea right now, okay? Just super salty about the fact that I did ask him, like, why doesn't it occur to you that the person you're talking to, that's talking to you, might want you to participate in the conversation? Why doesn't that occur to you? And that sounds like an antagonistic question now that I think about it. So I probably ought to let him know, hey, I'm not being antagonistic. I genuinely want to understand how your mind works so I can stop being pissed off at you. You know? And I gotta say that to him. But he's like, oh, I guess I missed the part where you said missed that message where you said you wanted me to talk to you about it. I was like, that was said over the phone, Dad. That was said over the phone. I'm just like, I'm doing all the talking. I have to be the one to initiate conversation about everything. Anything and everything. I have to ask him how his day was. I have to ask him, well, what'd you do today? But I have to ask him, I have to do all the mental heavy lifting of, like, coming up with things to talk about. And oh God. Oh. It's exhausting. Just thinking about it, like, damn. You know? Like, why wouldn't it occur to you that your daughter might want to talk to you? That your kid might want to hear your thoughts? And I know it's not because you don't have thoughts. You're an intelligent man. So obviously, I'd like to know what your thoughts on things are, on various topics and whatnot. Like, you know, I want to know what his thought process is, how his mind works, as to why it doesn't occur to him that, hey, I want us to have a conversation. I want to talk with you even, not just at you. Because, and the reason why I wanted to know this information is because I'm 100% convinced he's where I got the tism from. You know? Anyways, I'm going to tidy up, start my day, all that shit. I will see you guys later.